Ode to Dad. When I was young, Dad worked hard and would occasionally travel on a business trip. He came home with a snow globe, a candy bar, a baseball program, and a smile spread across my lips. He packed us all for camping trips and lugged my chubby belly up mountainous hills. Glacier Point ran us into the ground as he tugged me mile after mile from a standstill. Each evening after work, he came in the kitchen and gave wifey a sexy kiss. I looked away embarrassed, wondering when Alex Trebek would come on with a saving quiz. Except on Sunday nights when baseball blared from the TV, and we would gnaw on Dad's black barbecued chicken, trying to avoid getting queasy. My favorite day of the year was Christmas morn, when we would get buried by a pile of gifts. Dad sat with red suspenders and a contented smile, having swallowed the bill and gotten over being pissed. Nothing stayed broken for long around Dad, as his bleeding hands could attest. A sprinkler, a deck, a car, or a call from the Dinsfriends or Greens with a repair request. The only thing he bled for more than the building project or neighbor in need was the love of country, and when he prayed for our overseas soldiers, he let tears proceed. He had a sneaky artistic side hidden deep behind the bulldog's frown. It slinked out in a wood clock, a table, a rhymed speech, and the polish of swirling oak brown. Sports were his diversion and flowed with friends and a pitcher of beer from Stadium Pizza. Meanwhile, his parenting was laissez-faire as we roamed with pockets of quarters and ice cream cones like little divas. He never kept a tab whether he was paying for a back-to-school wardrobe, a car, or a private education. And the gifts of his kids, Alana's hard work, Evan's woodworking, Cam's speaking, Corey's humor, Sarah's smile, Janelle's singing, were part of his exaltation. When his heart tried to stop and his liver nearly failed, he chose life and set aside his drink. His health rebounded and he claimed another decade to share. He came back from the brink. These years we talked, built a church, and he became one of my closest friends. My kids spent Fridays with him, Papa John's and brownies, and eventually he got to live with Bren. I'll always be grateful that even through marriage trouble, he and Mom chose to keep the family intact. And yet he left us so suddenly, at a time none of us could detect. I had told him I would call Tuesday afternoon to talk. We would chop up the weather, the church, the grandkids, then about the Dodgers he'd squawk. I'll have to take a rain check, and with that, I can be confident and sure. My dad was a man of consistency. And until we get to have that talk, I'll somehow endure. I miss you, Dad. Love, Cam.